Bisa banget sumpah, Cok. Atau ini... apa itu? Ada yang berdiri.
A group of urban explorers decided to enter an old abandoned hospital in Indonesia, a place known for decades because of reports of a nurse who supposedly died there under strange circumstances. According to the legend, she never left the building and still wanders the corridors, waiting for patients who will never return. On the very first floor, the group began hearing footsteps echoing through the hospital. They weren't fast steps. They were slow, dragging as if someone were walking with difficulty. They kept moving forward with weak flashlights, trying to capture everything for their channel. After a few minutes, they reached a massive corridor, completely dark, lined with old rusted doors. The place felt like it was breathing, as if it had a life of its own. And that's when something at the far end of the hallway caught their attention.
Siapa itu? Hello? Noleh lagi jancuk. Siapa itu?
Far in the distance, a female figure appears standing perfectly still, wearing what looks like a nurse's uniform. She doesn't walk, doesn't react, doesn't run. She just stands there, silent, as if she's waiting for the group to come closer. They call out to her, shine their lights directly at her. Nothing. The nurse remains in place, her head tilted downward. Suddenly, in complete silence, the figure's head begins to turn to the side, slowly, and it keeps turning until it reaches an impossible angle. There's no sound of bones, no movement from the body, just the head rotating further and further, as if trying to look behind itself without ever moving the rest of the body. The group starts backing away in panic, but the figure takes a single step forward, without bending her legs, without moving her arms, as if she's being pulled by something invisible. The flashlights begin to flicker, the hallway seems to grow narrower, and the feeling that she's getting closer becomes almost unbearable. They finally run out of the building without ever looking back. And when they reviewed the footage, they realized something even stranger. The nurse is only visible when the camera is pointed directly at her. In some frames, she disappears completely. In others, she's much closer than she should be. To this day, no one knows if Suster Tayu is real, or if that abandoned hallway simply doesn't like seeing living visitors.
Hello? Siapa itu? Astagfirullah. Siapa itu? Hello? Guys, itu guys, kolong wewe guys, bentar guys, aduh guys, saya nggak mau kalau manusia kayak gitu guys, ya bentar dulu guys, itu mas, ono orang mas, woi bantuin mas, ada orang itu masuk ke dalam mas, itu mas, aduh, itu kayak film-film itu loh guys, mas, aduh itu loh.
YouTuber Ethan Minnie, known for exploring abandoned houses across the United States, thought he was stepping into just another ordinary 1970s home. But what he found inside that isolated property turned this video into one of the strangest and most talked about on his entire channel. From the outside, the house looked normal enough, an old roof, a broken garage, and weeds taking over the yard. But Ethan sensed something was wrong the moment he walked in. The air inside was far too heavy, as if no one had breathed there in decades. All the doors were intact, except for one at the back of the house, which looked like it had been forced open over and over again. Ethan began exploring the rooms, recording everything for his channel. The living room still had 1970s furniture, clothes thrown around and ripped boxes, as if someone had left in a hurry and never returned. But the worst was yet to come. That's when he found a strange wall behind the kitchen, a wooden panel that didn't match the rest of the house. He tapped on it and immediately realized it was hollow. Behind that wall, there was a hidden passage.
There's a little design there. Nice fireplace. Brick fireplace. This tile's cool too. The brown tile, very retro. There's a TV. So that's probably the main living room.
The footage shows Ethan pulling open the improvised wall and revealing a narrow entrance leading underneath the house. A dark hand-dug tunnel stretched below, old tool marks carved into the dirt and years of dust covering everything. Ethan climbed down with his flashlight shaking in his hand, the echo of his footsteps fading deeper into the tunnel as he moved forward. Ethan stays silent for a few seconds, taking a deep breath until he realizes he's not alone down there. The sound of something scratching along the wall echoes behind him, faint but unmistakable, and it's enough to send him running back through the tunnel without ever looking back. The video became one of the most mysterious uploads on Ethan Minnie's channel, and according to him, that was the only house he swore he would never step inside again. YouTuber Condition Orange, known for exploring abandoned places across the United States, decided to investigate one of the most unbelievable locations ever featured on his channel. An entire prison city, completely forgotten in the middle of the forest. From a distance, the place looks like just another old building, but as Condition Orange gets closer, he realizes this isn't a simple prison. It's a massive complex with multiple separate blocks, huge courtyards, cell units, housing areas, and enough structures to hold hundreds of inmates. It was, quite literally, an isolated city built solely to function as a self-contained prison system. The complex was abandoned in the early 2000s after the state decided it was too expensive to keep running. Once it shut down, the gates were locked and nature slowly began to reclaim everything. Trees started growing through broken windows, burned-out cars sat rusting in the parking lot, and entire hallways became overgrown with vegetation. Condition. Orange walks into the first block and finds everything exactly as it was left. Locked cells, destroyed mattresses, inmate documents scattered across the floors. A true time capsule. The deeper he goes, the more the place reveals its massive scale. Enormous cafeterias, fully equipped infirmaries, classrooms, industrial laundries, and even an underground network of maintenance tunnels. Outside in the yard, he finds old police cars, some burned, others abandoned with collision damage. This confirms long-standing rumors that when the prison was being evacuated, there was resistance, escape attempts, and chaos. Today, this prison city is completely abandoned, swallowed by the forest. And Condition Orange's video made one thing very clear. Walking through that place feels like stepping into a story frozen in time. A place where thousands of lives were left behind and where nature silently took back everything that once belonged to it.
Okay, first library I've been in where the books are still here. This is incredible. Most libraries I've been in, the books aren't even there. Like, people just steal everything. So the fact that the books are still here is actually really cool.
I just found an old picture of Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton from the 70s. Look at Bill Clinton. Man, they were a bunch of hippies back then, huh?
Holy shit.
Jesus. That's Hillary Clinton right there. I don't know who the other guy is, though.
John Doerr during the impeachment inquiry of President Richard Nixon.
Man, they love impeaching people, huh?
She just looks evil. Hear me out, okay? Look, I don't do politics. I don't pick sides. But she looks evil. Come on.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
She's scheming.
she out to get you.
We just did a little bit of research online and come to realize this prison isn't that cool compared to a lot of the other ones on the property. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go back to the cars. We're gonna drive over to another one on the property. The property is massive. Definitely stay tuned. It's so much better than the places we've already been in today.